Today, we are 12 Youths Mabini and we will be discussing about
trends, networks, and critical thinking.
Trends, a general direction which something is developing or changing. Fads, an unconventional object, action or idea that a large number of people are attached to for a very short time, less predictable than fashion. Different between the two is that trends have much longer span than fads. Trends can be in style for many years. They rise in popularity slowly. Fads come and go quickly. They are short-lived. Trends and fads similar in the way that they are about nations, fashions, or manner of conduct. Here are some examples of trends: gadgets, teleserye, social networking sites, social advocacies, drone technology, denim jeans, business process outsourcing, online ticketing, and cashless transactions. And here are some classic examples of fun: hula hoop, yo-yo, virtual pets, frisbee, Pokemon Go, Hello Kitty, Lumban, Candy Crush app, iPad, and teleserye. Spotting a trend. Someone or something starts or causes a trend. A person that starts a trend to call trendsetter. A futurist is one who studies and predicts the future, especially based on current trends. According to Ren and Lindqvist, 2013, trend spotting refers to the study of trends and the way they develop and affect society. Cool hunting is a hunt for those that will become popular before they are popular. Trend analysis is based on trend spotting, but it extends this into developing future scenarios, and so they say that to follow a trend, one must not only be conscious of what is currently happening, but be wise enough to predict the future. Argel, 2017.
There are 5 elements of a trend. Number 1, number of participants. Pertain to the people who follow a certain trend which is started by individual or a group of people. Number 2, pattern of behavior. Refers to a trend that is formed from repetitive action of people. Number 3, long period of time. Is one of the crucial elements of a trend, which means that trend has to have a long time frame, sometime running for decades. Number 4, cause. Refers to the starting point of a trend, which can be an idea, a technology, an event, or a person. Number 5, consequence. Refers to the considerable impact or influence of a trend. Characteristics of a trend. Microtrends. Shorter trends that primarily govern the market for a short time and affects consumer goods and services, where design and aesthetic are great in importance, and where the trends last from 6 months up to 3 years. Megatrends. Medium are trends that characterize the spirit of the time. Gigatrends. Long trends that affect us for periods of 10 to 30 years and which radically change our way of life and conditions. These trends often have a global effects and usually contain elements of economics, politics, and technology. Macrotrends. These are aggregated microtrends or more sweeping changes that are affecting society. They provide major changes that are perceptible in the societal level or for a longer period.
Globalization, as cited in the revisited Statica 2012, the term globalization refers to the emergence of an international network belonging to an economic and social system. One of the earliest users of the term globalization, as known, was in 1930 in a publication entitled Towards New Education to designate an overview of the human experience in education. Here are the types of globalization. Economic globalization is the increasing economic integration and independence of national, regional, and local economics across the world through an intensification of cross-border movement of goods, services, technologies, and capital. Social globalization is a social transformation or process leading to the achievement of people-centered development. Human-centered development concept is offered as an alternative strategy to bring about a more equitable development outcome. globalization refers to an increasing trend toward multilateralism in an emerging transnational state apparatus and the emergence of national and international non-government organizations that act as watchdog over governments. The government has four distinct roles in addressing sustainability concerns. These roles are as follows: policy development, regulation, facilitation, and internal sustainability management. Financial globalization is a collective concept that refers to increasing global linkages created through cross-border financial flows. Financial integration refers to an individual country's linkages to international capital markets.
Ecological globalization occurs when ecosystems are constantly exchanging material through the movement of air in the atmosphere, the flow of water in river, and the migration of animals across the landscape. Technological globalization is accelerated in large part by technological transmission, the spread of technology across borders. Geographical globalization is defined as the set of process, economic, social, cultural, technological, and institutional that contribute to the relationship between societies and individuals around the world. Interconnection of people and nation. Globalization leads to interconnectedness of people and nation, where people refers to a group of people with commonalities such as religion, culture, language, police in a specific area, while nation refers to larger group of people organized in a specific place which embody an independent government of its country where they can decide on their own. Migration is a movement to another place, often of large group of people. Labor is defined as work, especially hard physical work.
Collaboration means to work together with others to achieve a common goal. Cooperation is the process of working together to the same end.
Using intuitive thinking in social networks. Each person is engaged in a variety of networks associated with his or her motivations and interests in the community. According to Arzadon et al. 2017, these networks can be, among others, political, economic, and socio-cultural. Political networks are composed of relations with government officials, students, government, and community leaders, among others. The economic networks. You belong to cover the manufacturers, agents, and sellers of the goods you consume, such as those in stores, groceries, markets, and malls, as well as money lenders. Socio-cultural or social networks are those belonging to your dance, troop, work, reading club, band, arts club, or theater company. Social networks appear as cluster and support groups of people who share similar interests, backgrounds, and real-life connections.
Community refers to a particular geographic location with people living under the same set of laws and recognizing common leaders. Studies of community linkage deal usually with who was seen interacting with who. Another concept in the study of social ties is the center of influence. This is the person to whom people gravitate around. This person who can give favors, can command and make things happen.
Planetary networks. Planetary networks refers to the interconnections and interrelations among the various elements in the natural environment enveloping and affecting Earth as well as beyond Earth's surface. It includes the rain, the wind, the sun's rays, the gases, and climate-related elements. Climate change refers to the major changes in the climate that last for long periods of time. Weather is the atmospheric condition involving hot or cold, rainy or dry, cloudy or clear sky, and stormy or calm in a short period of time. Arzadon et al. 2015. Effects of consumption and production patterns on climate change. Production. Production refers to how people generate and manufacture the product they need to use, sell, or consume. Almost everything comes from natural resources which are depleted every time they are used. Second, consumption. Consumption refers to the use of economic or consumer goods and resources. Consumption patterns can be categorized as individual, family, company, and government consumption. It is the main reason
reason why we need to use our resources. Ecosystem has the ability to regenerate, sustain, and adjust what is lost. But with the excessive use of land resources, ecosystem will be destroyed. In economics, the more consumption, the more demand. The more demand, the more production. The more production, the more extraction to natural resources. The more extraction, the faster for the resources to destroy. The resources in our environment are limited, but the need for production and consumption is unlimited. Some initiatives by the government that help protect the environment are following. Number 1. The Kyoto Protocol, which was enforced in 2005, specifies target and time frames for reduction of greenhouse gases emission of the industrial countries. From example, United States reduced 23% of the global carbon emission from 2000 to 2012. Its target reduction is 7%. Number 2. The emission certificate guarantee a product resource efficiency which can help in increasing sales, decreasing costs, and boosting brand loyalty. Number 3. Carbon offsetting is the reduction of carbon footprint by using other options such as wind or solar energy. Simple things you can do to help fight climate change. First, save energy, improve your diet, saving water at home, recycling, compost food scrap. Plant trees, avoid plastic wherever you can, get on your bike, be informed and support organizations, and lastly, sharing is caring.
What is democracy? Democracy originated from the Greek word demokratos or demokratia, which means the rule of the people. Democracy is a system of government where citizens choose their representatives to form a governing body. It is therefore a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. This is why it is also stated that democracy is vox populi, vox Dei, meaning the voice of the people is the voice of God. The people are superior over the government. Elements of democracy. The United Nations General Assembly adopted in 2004 a resolution saying out the essential elements of democracy, which includes the following. Separation and balance of power. This means that the democratic government is a political authority which is divided into three, namely the legislative, executive, and judicial powers. Legislative branch. It enacts the laws of the state according to the desires of the constituents. It is mainly comprised of the House of Representatives and the Senate. Executive branch implements the policy. The President of the land with the cabinet members carry out these functions, making sure that the approved laws are executed in every aspect of the citizens' lives. Judicial branch is responsible for giving meaning to the established laws and brings to justice those who violate the fundamental laws of the land. A pluralistic system of political parties and organizations. It is expected that a democratic system allows the rule of the majority. Representation is very necessary in every sector of the society. Hence, groups, organizations, and collective efforts are recognized. Accountability and transparency. Democracy adheres to the principle that the citizens should be provided with all their basic rights and freedom. This is an expression of democracy. However, it is a common knowledge that with great power comes great responsibilities. Respect for the rule of law. The rule of law is the principle that reiterates no one is above the law. It safeguards citizens against governance by a totalitarian leader. Respect for human rights. Democracy requires respect and the promotion of human rights. The right to vote, to form political parties, to own property, or to marry are necessary for democracy. The sheer fact that the government provides the freedom to its constituents then is a fact that there is really democracy. Free and independent media. Freedom of expression is a necessary element in a democratic society. It is through the media that the citizenry is informed about the events that transpire in the society. Characteristics of democracy. History proves that democracy did not exist in a perfect state. Democracy evolved out of the refinement of its component to respond to the needs and demands of the citizenry. Number 1, equality before the law. Number 2, political freedom. And number 3, rule of law.
Democratic practices. Democratic practices are ways that citizens can work together even when they disagree to address shared problems. The importance of participation in democracy. Democracy, as you may have known, is a form of people's governance. Here, people decide to have the right to decide on who should rule and how to be ruled.
Political and social institutions. Political institutions are the organizations in a government that create, enforce, and apply laws.
Social institution. A social institution is a complex, integrated set of social norms organized around preservation of a basic societal value. Obviously, the sociologist does not define institutions the same way as does the person on the street. The 5 basic institutions are called the family, government, economy, education, and religion. Here are the 5 major functions performed by social institutions. Number 1. Emotional needs for satisfactions of needs like love, affection, hunger, fear, self-preservation, self-gratification, and fear of the supernatural. Number 2. Economic needs satisfies the material needs of people and for the satisfaction of basic necessities of food, clothing, and shelter. Number 3. Familial needs establishes the institutions of marriage and family for the continuation of human species through structured means. Number 4. Religious needs deals with man's inherent fear of the supernatural. It deals with his fears through religious prayers and offerings. And the last, for number 5, political needs deals with the basic necessities of governing large group of people through formalized means of government and laws.
Types of political system. The political system consists of both politics and government and involves the law, economy, culture, and other social concepts. Any additional type of political system are similar in idea or root but most tend to surround concept of number 1, democracy, government by the people, a form of government in which the supreme power is vested in the people and exercised directly by them or by their elected agents under a pre-electoral system. Number 2, republic, a form of government where the citizens have the supreme power and they exercise that power of voting and electing representative to make decisions and govern. Number 3, monarchy, a form of government in which one person reigns, typically a king or queen. The authority, also known as a crown, is typically inherited. Number 4, communism, a system of government in which the state lands control the economy. Often an authoritarian party holds power and state controls are imposed. Number 5, dictatorship, a form of government where one person makes the main rules and decisions with absolute power disregarding input from others. The function of a political system. In 1960, Gabriel Abraham Almond and James Coleman gathered 3 core functions of a political system, which include number 1, to maintain the integration of society by determining norms. Number 2, to adapt and change elements of social, economic, and religious system necessary for achieving collective political goals. Number 3, to protect the integrity of the political system from outside threats.
What is an undemocratic practice? A democratic practice is a doctrine that is against or in disagreement with democracy. Undemocratic practice, a system, process, or decision that is undemocratic, is one that is controlled or made by one person or a small number of people rather than by all the people involved.
Information and communication technology, also known as ICT, is defined as a diverse set of technological tools and resources used to transmit, store, create, share, or exchange information. These technological tools and resources include computers, the internet, broadcasting technologies, and telephony.
These are the benefits of ICT. Access to information, new job, save time, entertainment, communication, ease of mobility, cost efficient, learning techniques, disabled are empowered, globalization, improvement banking, AI or artificial intelligence.
Technology is truly beneficial to the education process. It is not just for the furtherance or continuation of the education system, but it is useful for the transformation of learners and all persons involved in the education system. Digital society. These are new ways to more transparency, participation, and innovation. Open innovation. The more external ideas that are incorporated, the greater the potential combination to create something new. But open innovation often involves risk because classic value creation patterns have to be broken up and modernized with new strategies and, most importantly, with new interaction competencies. Open government. Political institutions and government agencies are likewise opening up to increase interaction with the public. The public data made available can give rise to new applications and new business models. Open access. User-friendly internet technology has fundamentally improved the dissemination of scientific information. Active open access policy can spread knowledge more efficiently and economically, enhancing the economic's innovation potentials.
Digital structural change. This is giving rise to new forms of participation and new patterns of value creation platforms, accompanied by shifting power towards citizen and consumers' sovereignty. Corporate social media. Social networking platforms are penetrating all spheres of life. At the corporate level, control over communication is being redistributed toward an internet community. Open and free culture. People are also reaping the rewards of the digital age in creative sphere. More know-hows are being offered in virtual forms.
This has been Shaira Jean Monsalan, Aliana Adilo,
Jimmy Joy Coronel,
Jocelyn Pananan, Jennifer Romao, Jeanette Tancho,
Janet Francis.
Asindo Bustos. Mabay Bangyambang.
Thank you for watching! Bye!